Hi.
Hi.
Good to see you again,
Good to
Kirsty.
see you.
Well, how have things been since our last session?
They've been okay.
Would you
We're
like to
moving on.
elaborate?
Yeah.
We're moving on.
Yeah, I'm just busy.
Busy with what in particular?
You name it.
So-
Work, school, my sister's bachelorette party, her wedding, my wedding, working out, the dogs. A little bit of everything. So, but we're managing.
Mm-hmm. How's working out going?
It's going.
Yeah. How's the goal of bumping it up an extra 5 minutes?
It's going.
Yeah.
Sometimes I hit it, sometimes I don't. So sometimes that extra 5 minutes of sleep sounds really good to me. So I do a little self-care and sleep in 5 extra minutes, even though I feel guilty later in the day because I don't get my full goal in. But
Well, it's interesting that you worded it like that because I heard you say guilt, but I also heard you say self-care.
yeah, I mean, both are technically self-care, I guess. So it's like a win-win. But then I also get down on myself because I was like, you were lazy and could have easily just gotten up and ran and met your goal. Like, is 5 minutes of sleep really that, like, crucial and effective to you?
I think so.
I mean, I do too. That's why I do it. But you never know.
Do you feel like that extra 5 minutes might be a little too much right now?
No, I just need to stop being lazy and actually do it. I feel like after this week and weekend, things will be a lot better because my sister's bachelorette party will be done. I won't have class anymore. Well, I will, but it will be online, so I won't actually have to physically sit in class. So then that will like open up more time for me to actually like exercise and work out when I need to and want to.
That does sound like 2 really big vacuums of your time will be
Yeah.
eliminated. And
Absolutely.
then the sun's coming out.
Yeah, so that will definitely motivate me to get out and not fall asleep at like 6 p.m. because it's dark outside.
It sounds like that might be a little bit more hopeful. So maybe you didn't quite get it this time, but it doesn't
Yeah.
mean that you're off track.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I have faith that after this is done, it will definitely happen. So I'm not too stressed out about it just because I know that I'm like, even though I'm not getting that extra 5 minutes in, I'm still running 10 minutes a day, and that I still can like manage getting that done and then getting homework done and getting what I need to get done at work done and then getting things for my wedding done and getting things for my sister's wedding and bachelorette party done as well. So altogether, I'm balancing things very well, but I'm technically not meeting my goals, if that makes sense. But it's not like I'm not devastated by it. It's not getting me down like how it used to when I first came in. So I think overall I've grown in that aspect of things.
That's so interesting because I remember one of the things that we talked about was there was this feeling of chaos when what you wanted to feel was control.
Yeah.
And there's been a little bit more control here, a little bit more chaos here, but in the end, it sounds like what's important is the stress isn't as stressful anymore. It sounds like your perspective has changed on it, and that's where you're finding control.
Yeah. So as long as I feel that like I'm getting things done that I need to get done in like all aspects, I mean, I'm like starting to become okay with that and like be at peace with that instead of like having to be perfect at like every little single thing. Like I don't know, I'm just more calm about it, I guess. I'm handling my stress better, so yeah.
And you work so hard. You've always been, since I've known you, you've always been such a hard worker.
Thanks.
You know, I think it's alright if you give yourself. It's just my opinion,
Yeah.
but I think it's okay if you give yourself a break.
Yeah. And I think it helps that I kind of got on Ryan's ass about it because he would nag me about like, oh, you should just get out of bed and run that extra 5 minutes. And I was like, you can not be on my back about it because it's okay if I don't run at 5 extra minutes every single time. So I think he kind of was like, whoa, okay, like, got it. So I think you heard me. So I know he was trying to like help, but then I was like, we need to have some boundaries here, and like you need to let me do my thing, and yeah, so.
That's really interesting because I remember last session we were wondering about how you and Ryan communicate and how to improve that.
Yeah.
And one of the directions we were thinking about going in was trying to kind of word things in a way that might, like, I don't want to say take it easier on him, but maybe be, like, easier for him to digest.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you found another way of handling things, and it works for you, and that's what's important.
Yeah.
Is there more to that story?
No, I think he just kind of knew that, like, I'm stressed to the max, like, leave me be. Like, I may not be running 5 extra minutes, but at least I'm still running at this point. So I think he was happy with that, and him seeing that, like, I was okay with it and, like, wasn't beating myself up about it, I think that kind of really, like, hit home for him, too. That he was like, okay, like, at least you're running. Like, you're not running as much as you would like to all the time, but, like, sometimes you are, sometimes you're not, and if you're not, like, that's completely okay. Like, you still got up and exercised for 10 minutes.
I'm glad to hear that he's understanding.
Yeah.
At first, when you were phrasing it, I was a little concerned that he might be being too hard on you, but now it just sounds like this is his way of encouraging you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I've told him to be like, you need to be honest with me and, like, get my fat ass out of bed sometimes and, like, tell me to go run. So he was like, okay. But then I realized, like, that's really not what I need from you at this point. Like, I don't need a fiance and, like, a life coach / exercise coach. Like, I just need you to be my fiance right now. So once we had that conversation, I think he definitely was like, okay, I'm going to take a step back and let you take the wheel and kind of do your thing. So it worked.
Excellent.
Yeah. So. And the dogs are finally settling in. So
is Ryan getting along better with them?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, he needed to learn to, like, positive reinforce instead of, like, punishing the bad things. So they respond a lot better to, like, when they do something you want, you, like, give them a treat instead of, like, punishing them when they do something bad. So
their behavior changed because his behavior changed?
Yeah, he needed to learn that the hard way. So, lesson learned. We're moving on. So
are things getting chewed up as much?
No.
Excellent.
Nope. We actually started cuddling them during the day, and I think that, like, really helps them because they have, like, their own separate space, and they're actually, like, away from each other for, like, a few hours, and they're not, like, on each other's, like, last nerve all the time, so I think it helps.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like your home's getting happier.
Yes, definitely.
Fabulous.
Definitely getting better.
And I can see that you're happier too. I know we started earlier this year when it was dark out at 5 p.m. and you were working the night shift and full time, and it sounds like everything is really, like, coming together. Like, you're gonna have this bachelorette party out of the way.
Thank God.
Communication's going great.
Yeah.
It just sounds like there's so much more hope.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah.
So is there anything else on your mind?
Not really. Things are going good, so I'm ready to, like, continue this and, like, stay in this groove, you know, so.
It sounds like you have a pretty good grip on your life right now. How are you feeling about your life as a whole right now?
I feel good about it. Yeah, feel really good. So.
Well, I know that we might have originally planned to have this session go a little bit longer because that might have been what was expected of us.
Yeah.
However, it sounds like you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it sounds like, you know, maybe it didn't go the way that we planned, but it didn't have to.
Yeah.
The point is that you're feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't need anything else of me right now, to me it sounds like you're ready to fly. How do you feel about that?
A little nervous, a little anxious, you know, because what happens, like, when I do get overwhelmed and freak out.
You can always call me.
Okay, that's good. Good to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I really enjoy our sessions. You're really easy to relate to. You're creative. You're funny. So I'm always happy to have you come back. Just let me know when.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So you're feeling good. Good.
So I guess, like, what's the next step? Like, now that I'm feeling good?
Yeah, I think the next step is that you call me when you need extra support.
Okay.
But it sounds like you're ready to go. It sounds like trying to figure out how to word this. Okay. Do you feel like you need any more counseling?
At this point, I'm 80% confident that I don't. There is that 20% that maybe I will at some point if things get really overwhelmed. I know next semester in the fall, my wedding will be very close to getting the details on that, and then I'll be in school full-time, working full-time, and have practicum on top of that, so I feel like that's going to be a really chaotic time. But I think for now, if I could build on, kind of staying in balance and not having everything be, perfect to a T, I think I'll be okay. Time management and just, realizing it's okay to, not be perfect all the time. But there is always that chance that, I might just, need to come in because I'm having a mental breakdown, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't want you to have a mental breakdown.
Me either, but I'm just saying it could. Yeah.
This is a wonderful place to, at least I think so. This is,
I think so too.
Yeah, you're always welcome to come back. If you found that this was helpful for you, I would love to help you again.
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound like you need help right now. It sounds like you got this.
Okay, so I can always come back. I'm not completely discharged from the whole
you're not
entire
banished.
agency. Okay,
It
good.
I think you got this, and until you need me again, I think that you don't necessarily need to keep a consistent plan of sessions with me.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any questions?
So when I do need to, well, not when, if I do need to come back, do I call you personally, or do I just call the agency? And...
Yeah, just call the office and
Okay.
Request me, and then also say that you are a returning client, because you'll get bumped up on the list sooner. If you were a new client, you'd have to wait a million years.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So, because I'm so popular.
I can tell.
Thank you. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. It was wonderful meeting you and working with you.
Absolutely.
And I wish you the best.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.